Hello YouTube, this is Dreaming Sheep bringing you another Minecraft concept video. I've just finished watching Azuma's 101 Hopper Ideas YouTube video where he mentioned a recycling timer which used the nether to collect items that have been passed through a system. And I began to think, well, can we do this without the nether? Came downstairs, put this together. Was about to start filming and then saw that he has already created a cycle timer video based on Guy Ryan's design, if I remember correctly. So I'm putting this up anyway. It looks like a slightly cheaper version of the timer that they've used. It's a little bit less redstone, only a single piston, and it is equally as reliable and can be adjusted in pretty much the same way. So let's quickly have a look through it. What we've got down here, is a item being cycled round into a hopper, into a dispenser, and then dispensed into a item elevator, which is just a long column of solid blocks. So our item gets dispensed out. You could use a dropper down here as well, depending on the items you wanted to use. But our items are dropped down into the hopper and cycled round constantly, and this will keep going infinitely, as every time the item enters the hopper or dispenser / dropper, it resets its despawn timer. Now you kind of wonder, well, it's only a 3-second timer at the moment, what's the advantage to it? Well, you can quite simply add some cobwebs to it. So a single cobweb up the top there will give you about a 34-second timer, the way I have it set up at the moment. A second cobweb gives you, it ups it to 53 seconds. It's not quite the normal extension time that you get from from each cobweb. And I think this is due to the hopper at the bottom, as if you put a third cobweb down the bottom, you actually still get it's about an extra second you gain out of that. What you'll find is, as the item gets to this third cobweb, the hopper actually absorbs it and passes it on straight away for you. But in the meantime, how we've got this set up is there is nothing on our dispenser. So as soon as the item falls into the dispenser, the comparator sends out a signal, which is pulled out by this repeater along some blocks and back into the repeater to eject the item or dispense it. On the other side, there is a delayed loop which will activate this piston and send the items up this little column of solid blocks. Your output from this is along the top here, so you could have this hooked up to whatever you want, whether it's a farm, another dispenser of some sort for whatever reason you want, and take it from there. What you can also do with this design, which should work with Azuma's, is you could put an additional item in, and you can then have a multi-timer. So for example, if you wanted something sort of 10 seconds and then followed by 20 seconds followed by 10 seconds, this could still work for you. If you had a 40-second timer, of course, it would depend on your setup. Or if you wanted multiple items 10 seconds apart, you could then fill up your dispenser with as many items as you need, and it would continue to cycle in the same way. So that is pretty much it. The only things I would say with it that have helped are having the iron bar at the top here, as it centers all the items straight down the middle, so you don't run the risk of items falling out the side or landing on the edge of the hopper. Also, this delay around here is essential. What I was finding is, as an item is dispensed from the dispenser, it bounces around a little bit, so if you lose this delay, you run the risk of items being dispensed and then falling elsewhere in your world. So let's just see if this happens. There you go, redstone pops out. The length of this delay, I haven't played around with it much. I'm sure about 6 seconds or 6 ticks should do the job perfectly well. There's no real need for it to be that lengthy. Oh no, it doesn't work. So yeah, just play around with it, see what you can figure out. You can change this around. I had both of the signals coming around this side, so the piston and the dispenser, but what I was finding is if you have your delay over here, sorry, your your repeater input there for your dispenser, it was actually activating the piston as well. So your items get messed up a little bit. Let's see if it does it now. Probably won't. No, it didn't. I was getting a double pulse out of the piston and that was messing things up completely. So yeah, again, feel free to play around with it, edit it however you like, and make it your own. Take care.